Well, events like the Women's Marches taking place have garnered a lot of their support online. So I've got Leah Harding here with us to take us through. Leah, I think well, you tell us the depth of feeling still 1 year on.
Oh, it's stronger 1 year on, I would say. The hashtag Power to the Polls and Women's March are trending worldwide with protests in the U.S., the UK, and even in the West African country Togo. But women are not the only ones marching. Men and members of the transgender community are protesting as well. Now, as the group behind the march says, it's a walk to make women's rights humans' rights. These numbers from last year showed the nearly 4 million people spread out all across the country. Online, I've been asking you to send us videos telling us why you're marching. Here's what some of you had to say.
I'm going to encourage all women to register to vote, and I'm going to encourage women to run for public office at all levels. I believe that what happens in Vegas will be heard around the world.
It is truly a beautiful, beautiful gathering of amazing women and men too, which is the most amazing part. It means this movement is doing something.
We're taking these giant steps backwards since Trump became president, and I want to be part of that. I want to learn how to get people to the polls, especially during midterms when people aren't as interested and as enthusiastic about voting as they are during a presidential election.
Women's issues have been the inspiration behind several protests this year, on the streets and online, like the hashtag #MeToo, with women coming out and saying that they too were the victims of sexual assault. And the hashtag Time's Up. It's an online campaign to support victims of sexual assault and assault by paying their legal fees. It's already raised more than $16 million. Time's Up was brought to life when Hollywood A-listers wore black to the Golden Globes earlier this month. But perhaps the takeaway headline that night was Oprah Winfrey's speech and people's hopes that she would run for president. Each of these movements have had different beginnings, but they are all calling for women's equality from Hollywood all the way to the White House. Come on.
Leah, thank you for that. We've got more from Leah Harding a little bit later on in this broadcast.